Oh my gosh, it was raining and now it's like 2 seconds later, completely sunny. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new, my name's Christine. I just planted a year's worth of garlic and I am super excited about it. So let's jump back to yesterday when I got all of this started. And this is all the garlic that I'm going to be planting this year. It's a little over 150 cloves of garlic here, which will translate into that many bulbs of garlic. And just real quick to go over the varieties. I have chestnut red. Then I have German extra hardy. I always plant a lot of that. This year they just seem exceptional. And this variety always does well in Michigan, any cold climate. This is zone 6. These are all hardneck varieties. And then here we have Music. I always hear great things about it from garlic growers, and I finally got my hands on some this year from Keene. They look beautiful. Next we have Northern White. I've never planted this before. Thought I would give it a try, so I just bought a little bit of it. And the last garlic seed I purchased was Romanian Red. Wish I would have got more of this. They look beautiful. So the next thing we are going to do is give these a soak. These are going to soak overnight, but first we are going to do this hydrogen peroxide soak for 15 minutes. And if I seem wonky with my camera, it's because I broke my tripod. You just want to cover these in the hydrogen peroxide liquid. You could also use vodka or like a rubbing alcohol. The purpose of this is to get rid of any bad fungus or prevent potential disease of your garlic. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Stuff is happening. Do you ever cut yourself and you put hydrogen peroxide on and it bubbles like this? Must be working. While we're waiting, I'm going to mix up the solution for our next soaking, which is going to be overnight. This is going to be 12 hours. We need baking soda and fish fertilizer. I use Neptune's Harvest. It's my favorite. I can link it down below. I will also put a link in down below to Keene Organics, which is where I buy all of my garlic seed from, my organic garden fertilizer. Oh, I think I bought all my potato seed from there last year too. Great company. I love Keene. So per gallon of water, which is what I have here, we need a tablespoon of the Neptune's Harvest and a teaspoon of baking soda. I read the directions wrong. It's actually 1/4 cup. Stir to combine. Our 15 minutes soak time for the peroxide is up, so I'm going to drain these all off, and then we will get this mixture into these, get the lids on, and we'll cover them up for 12 hours. Here they all are in their containers. My dog is crying. With the lids on, I will see you all in the morning when we get to planting. Good morning. It's not morning, but we've had an early start to today and a busy day already, but now it's time to head out to the garden. Finally, I've got my second cup of coffee for the day, so I'm ready to go. And I didn't do this on camera. Again, I still don't have a tripod. It's coming today. So I just went ahead and drained off all of the garlic and we are ready to head outside. I did amend the soil. I'll talk about that when we get out there, but let me just show you 2 more things that we are going to be bringing out with us. So I picked up this Easy Straw because when you plant garlic, you need to put a good thick layer of mulch on top of that to protect it over the winter. So I use a combination of leaves from my yard because I have tons of them, as well as this Easy Straw. And then I also picked up this bone meal so that I could incorporate it into my soil amendment process, which I will talk a little bit more about when we get outside. But this is high in phosphorus, so I want to use this right now. And in the spring, when the garlic is coming up and growing, then I'll use blood meal, and that's high in nitrogen. Let's head outside. It's currently 48 degrees, so it's a little chilly, but that's okay. So I've already pretty much amended this. I did this yesterday, and I've got some chicken wire fencing stuff over it because squirrels, well, really it's just my puppy right now that is getting in here. So I'm trying to keep him out of this. He got in it again today. He managed to wiggle in here, but when I'm done planting, I'm going to use chicken wire, and my husband is going to help me to really connect it and fully cover these gaps here so that squirrels and puppies can't get in here. And what I wanted to say about amending the soil is that it's super important. Anytime you harvest a crop out and then you're planting something new, you really want to amend your soil, but especially for garlic. Garlic is just a really heavy feeder, and it's in the ground for so long. You plant it in the fall, it's over winter, and then you're not harvesting it till midsummer. So it really requires a lot of fertilization. And garlic does not like to compete with anything in the ground, any roots or anything. So you really want to make sure you really loosen up the soil so that bulb has room to expand underground. I've already done that, so that's ready to go. I add in this compost manure. Let me show you. This is my favorite brand. It's called Garden Magic. A nice top layer. And then over that, I take a large bag of worm castings and spread over a thin layer across the entire bed. And then I added the bone meal to the top of that, and this is what it looks like. That was a 4-pound bag, and I used about half of it. That is the German Extra Hardy. Music is going to be placed next. Okay, they are all placed. I ran out of room, so I had to put some in pots over there and a couple on my deck. So I have 4 pots with a bunch of cloves already planted, and then I just need to sink these ones in. Okay, now this garlic is all planted. I did end up doing 1 more pot, so now I have a total of 4 pots in this bed. Before I put the mulch over the top of this, we are going to add a thin layer of this garlic fertilizer. This also comes from Keen Organics. Again, everything will be down below in the description box, and I will put a direct link to Keen Organics website. I have no affiliation. Okay, that's done. You probably can't see it, but there's a thin layer. Now I'm going to rake up some leaves and throw it on top. It's starting to rain, so I'm just going to get these leaves spread, get the Easy Straw spread over the top, and then I'll hopefully be able to show you a quick shot. Hopefully it won't be raining, but I need to get my camera put away. Okay, so I spread the leaves and put the Easy Straw over the top of that, a nice thick layer. We are expected to have a really cold winter, and quite the polar vortex is predicted with lots of cold temperatures and snow. So I want to be sure to really insulate this well. It's getting late, but I forgot to show how I covered it and protected it from squirrels and my dog, who loves to dig in dirt. And the squirrels, supposedly squirrels don't like garlic, but they dig up garlic every year. So I put this chicken wire down that I got off Amazon, and then I had this like really cheap hog wire fencing. We had it in the garage from another project, so I just put those 2 things to use. The chicken wire that I got off Amazon, I think was $17. Again, I'm going to link all of my products down below and or talk about them in the description box. So if you need anything or you want any information, you can get it there. And then there's a football game going on in the background and a big jet flying overhead. But I covered these also with that chicken wire. This one, and I did end up doing a 5th container of garlic, and that's the last one. And now we can fast forward and pretend it's next summer. I just took this video footage from one of my previous garlic videos. But this is what the crop looks like, and this is what harvesting looks like, and also what a year's worth of garlic looks like. It's so fun to grow. It's so easy. This is probably by far my favorite crop to grow in the garden. So much fun. And it's so delicious. There's nothing like your own homegrown garlic. Give this a try. You're going to love it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and I can't wait to see you next time.